Welcome to the Arena Clash by Belong. I'm Chris Stealth, and hot off the heels of the spring and summer 2017 seasons, we're here into the winter season. Already in a short space of time, the Arena Clash has grown, and this season we will see 15 Belong arenas from across the country battle it out across 3 different titles: Overwatch, League of Legends, and Tekken 7. The pre-season qualifiers have taken place, the teams are chosen, and the matchups decided. We have 5 weeks of regular season games ahead, pitting arenas against each other in hopes of heading to the grand finals, where the glory and the prizes are all up to play for. Every week we're going to be bringing you the highlights from 3 featured matches, as well as keeping you up to date with how the season is shaping up. So taking part in this season are Plymouth Armada, Portsmouth Pirates, Kingston Harriers, Bristol Smugglers, Cardiff Saints, Craig of Kestrels, Manchester Swarm, Humber Hunters, York Vikings, Teesside Steelers, Tyneside Guardians, MK Enigmas, Colchester Centurions, Norfolk Nighthawks, London Lionhearts. Now we know the teams, let's get into the games. First up, we have Tekken 7, and unlike other titles in the Arena Clash, Tekken 7 focuses on one-on-one battles. But this isn't Tekken from days of old. 2 new mechanisms have been introduced into this edition: Rage Art and Power Crush. The impact that these will have on competitive play will make this a season to remember.
So let's look at the first week's schedule for Tekken 7. In Group A, Colchester Centurions are up against York Vikings, and the Kingston Harriers will take on Portsmouth Pirates. In Group B, it's Cardiff Saints versus Teesside Steelers, and the Craig of Kestrels square up against London Lionhearts. Our featured match this week is the Group A matchup between Kingston Harriers and the Portsmouth Pirates. We join in round 1, match number 4, with Kingston's Falcon up against Portsmouth's Tanya Ruby. Here we go, round number 1 of this first matchup. We're in match number 4 of this round robin, however, and it's Shaheen taking on Alyssa. Early doors, however, Shaheen is on the upper hand, but Alyssa doesn't want any of this just yet, and a lovely combination coming in from Shaheen, leaving Alyssa with nothing to do but just take it. Alyssa, however, trying to fight her way back and having to back off now because Shaheen is definitely in the upper hand right now. Gets away a few shots and chips away at her health, but needs to do a lot more. Massive combo coming in though from Alyssa. Gets her right the way down with a slither of health. How much can she do? Comes in with the Rage Art. Does she finish? Yes, he does. Round 1 goes in the favour of the Kingston Harriers. How will round 2 fare out? Let's find out. Shaheen straight onto the front foot, but Alyssa has none of it with a lovely 3-punch combination. Shaheen, though, coming straight off the back of that, finds a combination of his own, and Alyssa is in a world of pain. With about 70% health remaining, she can still have a way to get back into this, but a lovely grappling move coming in from Shaheen once again goes down low, and Alyssa once again has to fight her way back from a damaging position, and has done so very well, but combination from Shaheen, perfection. 2 rounds to 0. Portsmouth have to get their way back into this one. They cannot see this one out at 3-0. What can they do? Shaheen, front foot once again, gets the first blood, but Alyssa wants to see this one through. She's going in with the big combinations and is able to put down to about 35% health. Shaheen, though, has none of this. He wants to see this out at 3-0, but look at this combination coming in from Alyssa. Playing it smart, playing it defensive, counter-attacking to her perfection. Gets the grapple away and drives that chainsaw through his chest. At 3-1, Portsmouth coming back into this one. Massive combination to begin with from Alyssa. See what else she can do. Comes in again defensively, shaping up much better. This combo is going on and on and on. And if you're playing the Shaheen right there, you gotta feel sorry for them. They could do nothing. It's now at 2 apiece. It's the final round. Who's gonna take this one? Shaheen, he wants it. He takes the first blood. He picks up a lovely little combination for himself as well. Gets the other grapple. Now down to about 40% health. What else can Alyssa do? Again, another grapple move coming in. This Shaheen all the way through, and he gets the perfect. No damage taken, takes the win. Here we go, Lars versus Law. Match number 5 between the Pirates and the Harriers. Who has this one? And it's early blood to Law of the Kingston Harriers. Lovely little pickup to begin with. Combination punches trying to be thrown, but good use of the blocking mechanic coming in from either side. But Lars wants to take this to him. Law is in the corner. How will he fight out of this one? He managed to do so, but takes it back to the corner once again. Law is having none of this. He's just throwing caution into the wind, throwing all sorts of damaging punches. Lovely dodge from him there. Chips down a little bit more health, and Rage Art coming in from Lars. Does it connect? No! No, it does not. And Law will make him punish for that one. Lovely play. Here we go into round number 2. And again, Law's on the front, but not able to make use of the combination though. But Law certainly is, as he's going to keep this one going. It's like a snowball effect right now. It's going and going and going. It doesn't stop, but Lars trying to fight his way back into this one. Managed to chip down even more health of Law, right the way down to 60%. He is very low, however, and he must see this one through. He's going to use his Rage Art. Does he connect this time? Yes, he does. This is much better. Not going to be able to kill him just yet, however, as they are down to very much similar health. Law uses his Rage Art. Does he see this one through? No, he doesn't. Lars comes in with the Zinedine Zidane headbutt to the chest. How'd you like it? Round number 3 this time. And here we go. Lars with the first blood. Lovely little pick up there. Picks up a few more hits. Taking it low. Using that to his advantage. Taking Law down to about 75%. Again, keeping it low. Law doesn't know what to do here. He's having to take this to the combo. He chips the way all the way down to about 20%. But oh, what a damaging hit that is. Lars comes in with his Rage Art once again. Is he able to get the kill? Yes, he is. Knockout. Lars takes it 2-1. How will the Kingston Harriers retaliate from this one? Well, we'll find out shortly enough, as Lars is on the front foot, taking some damaging blows already. Having to use the blocking, coming in. A few punches left, right and centre, and Law is not having any of it. Doesn't want to let Lars any room to breathe. You give him some room to breathe and he will punish you for it. But Law coming in once again. Lars tries his Rage Art. Doesn't connect this time. Fantastic block coming in from Law. And that will tie it up at 2 apiece. We have another final round. Who will this one go to this time round? Well, here we go. Law bringing up the combinations, bringing it, keeping it coming. Nothing just yet from Lars. Managed to get a few hits off as well. Chips him right the way down, however, but Law wants to keep this one low. Keep it simple. Doesn't want to do anything too risky just yet, but he might want to think about it. He's down to severely low health, and lovely combination coming in once again. He's going to see this one out with a combo coming in, surely. There we have it. Knock out Kingston. Here we go, Jin versus King in the final matchup of round robin number 1. Who will take this one? The Kingston Harriers or the Portsmouth Pirates? And straight off the bat, it's the Harriers on the front foot with King giving it to Jin low and hard, as you can see. Going in hard there with low. Not giving Jin any sort of room, but Jin having to fight back. He's on minimal health. Doesn't want to allow this one to go away to a perfect straight off the start. Lovely dodge coming in, but oh, so unfortunate that King was the quicker to react. Round number 2, however, here we go. Big kicks coming in from both sides. Uses the 3D dodge there. Gets out of the way, and Jin takes it to Harriers this time round, but eats a few hits himself. Great blocking coming in. King, minimal health. Shut down. Round 3. one apiece. King decides to throw Jin around, disorientates him a little, and kicks him from behind. A bit of a low blow if you ask me, but what a flying knee coming in from King to disorientate Jin even further. Could be a perfect round here coming in. No, I spoke too soon. Jin's having none of it. He's fighting his way back in. Lovely combination coming in from him, trying to get right his way into this one. He takes the lead, takes King to the very small amount of health. And does he connect with his Rager? No, he misses, but comes in low. He's going to have to fight back into this one. Tries to flip over the top, but no. Jin will take this one. 2 rounds on the trot now. 2-1 for Portsmouth. Can they see it out? Quite possibly if they continue to fight like they did in that last round. That was fantastic, but they're taking a few damaging hits off the bat, and King is certainly on the front foot, taking it low once again, using the combination of high to low. Front flip from King. Was he able to do? Ooh, that's a damaging hit. Only one more, and that will be Jin out of it. 2 apiece. It's another final round. Lovely 2-punch hit there coming in from King, putting Jin on the back foot, but Jin wants to see this one through. He wants to get a point on the board for Portsmouth. Are they able to do so? Great 2-foot combo there coming in, but again, King using the low blows to his advantage. Not able to connect with that final hit though, and combination coming in from Jin. Can they see this one through? Who's going to be able to use their rage out first? It's going to be Jin. Does he connect? No, he's just shy of that one. That's going to tickle his nose, but can King see it out? He will do indeed, and that is Kingston taking the win. Round 1 closed out 7 matches to 2. Round 2 also saw Kingston dominate, this time 6 matches to 3. This places Kingston Harriers joint first in Group A with York Vikings, who won against Colchester Centurions, who joined Portsmouth Pirates at the bottom of the group. Bristol Smugglers are yet to play. Over in Group B, Cardiff Saints lost to Teesside Steelers, and the Craig von Kestrels lost to the London Lionhearts, placing Steelers and Lionhearts at the top of this group.
As you know, the Winter 17 Arena Clash will see 15 Belong arenas from across the country battle it out across 3 different titles. We've had Tekken 7, next up, Overwatch. Overwatch is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter, and 2 teams of 6 will match up against each other, with each player selecting from a roster of 25 predefined heroes. Each hero has a unique style of play that falls into the following categories: offense, defense, tank, and support. 2017 is rapidly becoming the year of the Overwatch, so let's look at how this week shapes up for Belong Arena Clash.
Group A this week sees Kingston Harriers take on Plymouth Armada and Manchester Swarm versus London Lionhearts. Group B sees Bristol Smugglers against the MK Enigmas and Cardiff Saints against York Vikings. Unlike Tekken, both Overwatch and LoL have 3 groups, and Group C of Overwatch sees Craig von Kestrels versus Colchester Centurions and Humber Hunters versus the Norfolk Nighthawks. Our highlighted game of this week is a Clash of the Titans, Group A's Manchester Swarm taking on London Lionhearts. Overwatch for Arena Clash consists of 2 best of 3s. The first best of 3 will be Control and second will be Escort. And here we go, Swarm versus the Lionhearts. Lionhearts 1-0 up in this series already, and moving into the second where it again will be Control. Looking at the rosters on either side, we've got Anna, Roadhog, Mercy, Widowmaker, Bastion and Soldier 76 from Swarm. On the Lionhearts, Widowmaker, Winston, Anna, Farah, Lucio and a Mercy as well. So let's see how we're going to go into this one with 2 defensive players on the side of Lionhearts, which is rather interesting. First battle coming in and 2 players down already for the Swarm, and Lionhearts in full control. Going to be contested though, who's going to be up against it, and there we have Lionhearts with control of the hill. What are they able to do now? Getting in front of the opposition, being an absolute nuisance, giving them no room to move and no room to try and get into this control pit. But looking at it, it does seem as if the Swarm are trying to get in with the Soldier 76. He's going to be causing some damage in around there, but does get taken down from behind. Now, 2 players down for the Swarm, 1 for the Lionhearts, and let's see how Mercy on either side is going to be playing into this one. Farah though, looking to get up close and personal with the opposition, has her ult ready, pops it, gets one, gets two, unfortunately does get shut down, but with the double kill, does enough to hold off the opposition of Swarm and stops them from pushing forward. So lovely picks coming in from her. Now Zarya trying to move her way forward, causing a disruption, using the shield onto Winston to try and pick their way back into this one. They've got no points on the board so far. They are taking a battering. What is Bastion able to do? He does get hooked by Roadhog, but it doesn't come to fruition as Bastion switches across to the turret and picks up one. No one ahead of him just yet, but Farah coming in from up top shuts him down. Mercy obviously trying to resurrect somebody in there, not able to do so just yet, but Farah being a nuisance coming in up behind, gets one kill onto Zarya, sees one down below. Swarm are doing everything possible to try and get back into this, but the Lionhearts are just having none of it. Fantastic defensive hold from them, and let's see how Widowmaker will come into this one. Using her ult to be able to see through the buildings. Sees one, gets the kill from Farah once again. Widowmaker spotting anything, spots one, doesn't get the kill in the end, and that will be nice and easy for the Lionhearts, not dropping a single point coming in. Here we go, round 2, match number 2. Swarm have nothing, Lionhearts in the driving seat. And talking of driving seats, it's time for Escort. Aim of the game to get that trailer from one side of the map to the other. Swarm going to be the attacking side in this one, and Lionhearts looking to stop them. We're on board with McCree, who is up high to begin with, looking to use his revolver at range to try and pick off the heads of the opposition players. Nothing connecting just yet, and good movement so far from the Swarm, managing to build that trailer up quite nicely. Now, as you can see at the top middle of your screens, there are 3 indicators along that map. You can see there's the first that the Reds are edging ever so closely to, not able to get there just yet, but each indication there indicates a checkpoint that the opposition will need to reach. Now, once they reach that, the time will increase, making it easier for them to get to the end. Now, obviously, it'll be very difficult for them to do so within 3 minutes, but need not fear. They can do this. I've seen it done before, but with the way that the Lionhearts are defending this right now, it's going to be very difficult because, I mean, that Winston play, getting in and behind the Reinhardt shield is fantastic. Lionhearts really showing what they can do right now as they are defending this perfectly. Once again, it is Winston using his electric zapper there to just zap the opposition out of the way, and again, getting round the back of the Reinhardt shield, causing an absolute nuisance. Now, you can see they're switching up to Symmetra. So, if you're new to the game, Symmetra uses these turrets to be a bit of a pain in the backside for the opposition because they won't be able to see those until it's too late. They'll be getting attacked from all sorts of angles, and trust me, it catches you off quite a bit. Roadhog, on the other hand, looking to use his meat slicer to just mince his way through the opposition, and doing so fantastically as nearly every single player from Swarm has fallen. Lionhearts really getting on the aggressive side of things. Again, with the turrets coming in from Symmetra, making sure that that trailer goes no further than it needs to. But with a minute and a half left on the clock, it looks very good for the Swarm to just see this one out before the first checkpoint's even been completed. And in comes the rage mode from Winston. What's he able to do? He's able to throw a few fists towards Roadhog, gets a few kills, but oh, Roadhog's coming out of nowhere to defend himself and able to get away with the kill of his own. Winston, though, trying to use his rage now as he punches Bastion once, but decides against it because he knows how damaging that can be, as he knows firsthand now as he's taken that one. But Bastion now looking to try and get on top of the trailer, maybe, set himself up as a turret and push his way forward. Widowmaker, one of the long shot artists in this game, using the short SMG mixed with a sniper rifle to try and push their way further in, and Soldier 76 using his ultimate of not missing a single shot to take down 2 opposition players, looking to push his way through and make sure that his team can push their way through. Now look at this, they are down to a matter of seconds and they nearly made it to checkpoint number 1. 2 big kills coming in for Soldier 76, clears the path, and there we have it. They've made it to checkpoint 1. But it's not over just yet. They still have one more checkpoint, including the final stop. And it's still a lot to do as there's 2.5 minutes remaining. And I mean, if Widowmaker's making those sort of shots, you can near enough guarantee it's going to end very quickly for them. Again, Widowmaker from up high, getting the angles onto Bastion, gets the assist as his teammates are able to come in and around and support in all sorts of ways there. Few kills coming down once again. 2 players down for Swarm. Lionhearts are in full control. Looking what Symmetra can do right now. Sees 2 opposition players ahead of her. Has to duck away. Down severely. And having to use that shield boost to get the health back up and running once again. Zarya though deciding to fire off some nades towards the opposition. Gets the revive. And in comes more players coming up from the Swarm. They're trying to swarm in and around this trailer right now, not able to push it that much further. Reinhardt though using his shield to defend himself, but Mercy using her ult once again to revive even more players. But this Zarya is causing an absolute nightmare for the opposition, not being able to do very much in the shape of defending. And Widowmaker from afar once again using the angles to her advantage, gets a few shots off onto the Reaper and gets the assist in the end of this. Might want to look at moving upwards. Yes, she does. Up towards the archers. Sees the opposition Widowmaker and connects with the headshot, ripping that one off of her shoulders. Fantastic play once again, and able to look out towards the marketplace now to see where the other players are going. And even before that Reaper could get anywhere close, he does get shut down once again. And the Swarm are looking to be in a bad place. 30 seconds remaining, and with double kills flying in like that, and even a third from Zarya, it's going to be very difficult for them to do anything. It's only Soldier 76 alive, and he has 25 seconds to try and do something here. What can he do? I don't think much. Reinhardt trying to follow in once again, but Widowmaker keeping them at bay. Only 10 seconds remaining. They need to keep this one going all through the overtime to push their way towards the checkpoint, but the way that the Lionhearts are defending this is way too perfect. They are not in any way, shape or size in any way at fault. They have played this one fantastically. They're being pushed back a little bit further with the overtime, but with only Soldier 76 there, he needs to jump onto the objective to stop them from chipping that one down. But no, there it is. Game over. Lionhearts will take the win.
Play of the game. Double kill. Double kill.
So Lionhearts start their Overwatch Group A campaign as they mean to go on, securing an early win. Harriers join the Lionhearts at top of the table after beating the Plymouth Armada, who, along with the Manchester Swarm, are both at the bottom of the table. Portsmouth Pirates, however, sit on second, having yet to play a game. In Group 2, a series of draws placed Bristol Smugglers, MK Enigmas, Cardiff Saints and the York Vikings all joint first. Teesside Steelers have yet to play. Group 3 sees Colchester Centurions beating the Craigavon Kestrels and Norfolk Nighthawks beating the Humber Hunters, placing both Centurions and Nighthawks top of the table.
Now on to our final game of the week, and it is the mighty League of Legends. League of Legends, or LoL for short, is an epic MOBA where 2 teams fight to destroy the other team's nexus, which is located in the heart of each team's base. We know the teams competing, so let's look at the fixtures for the Belong Arena Clash Winter Season 2017 League of Legends.
Our Week 1 Group A matches are the Craigavon Kestrels versus the Colchester Centurions. The Humber Hunters will play host to the Plymouth Armada. Group B, the Smugglers versus the York Vikings, and the Kingston Harriers will take on the MK Enigmas. Group C will see the London Lionhearts take on the Norfolk Nighthawks, and Teesside Steelers versus the Tyneside Guardians. Our featured match this week comes from Group C, London Lionhearts taking on the Norfolk Nighthawks. We join late into the first round. The first round of the Lionhearts vs Nighthawks game saw Lionhearts slowly but surely chip away at the Nighthawks. In the 30th minute, Lionhearts made a push towards the Nighthawks base, on which the Nighthawks defended. The Lionhearts quickly seized a dragon kill, with the Nighthawks doing very little in response. A mid-lane skirmish ensued shortly afterwards, with the Lionhearts decimating the Nighthawks. This provided Lionhearts with the opening they needed to take down the Nighthawks Nexus. Hot off their victory in the first round, the Lionhearts wanted to close things up quickly, and yet another mid-lane skirmish gave Lionhearts the chance they needed. Lionhearts used this opportunity to take down the Baron, and not even a dragon kill for the Nighthawks could stop the Lionhearts quickly taking down the Nighthawks defences, and in the 25th minute, it was all over for the Nighthawks. We'll see how that affects Group C, but first, let's look at the results for Group A. The Colchester Centurions beat the Craigavon Kestrels 2-0. The Humber Hunters also get on the action with a 2-0 win against the Plymouth Armada, placing the Hunters and the Centurions top of the table. Kestrels and Armada sit at the bottom, and Portsmouth are yet to play. In Group B, Bristol Smugglers beat the York Vikings 2-0. The Kingston Harriers beat the MK Enigmas, putting Smugglers and Kingston at the top of the table, with Cardiff still yet to play. Group C saw both the Lionhearts and the Steelers winning their respective games, placing them joint first with the Nighthawks and the Guardians at the bottom of the table.
Well, that was week 1 of the Belong Arena Clash Winter Season 2017. Next week, our games will be
Tekken 7 Group A, the Bristol Smugglers versus the York Vikings. Colchester Centurions versus Kingston Harriers. Group B sees the Cardiff Saints versus London Lionhearts. In Overwatch, in Group A, Kingston Harriers versus the Manchester Swarm. Portsmouth Pirates will take on the Plymouth Armada. In Group B, Cardiff Saints will take on the Bristol Smugglers, and the Teesside Steelers will take on the York Vikings. In Group C, the Humber Hunters play host to the Colchester Centurions. In Long, Group A, Humber Hunters versus the Craigavon Kestrels. Portsmouth Pirates will play the Plymouth Armada. In Group B, the Bristol Smugglers will play the Kingston Harriers, and the Cardiff Saints will take on the York Vikings. Finally, in Group C, the London Lionhearts will take on the Tyneside Guardians.
Make sure to visit www.belong.gg/Arena Clash for full details. For those of you watching live on our game Facebook page at Game Store, this show will be available shortly after this broadcast as a VOD on our YouTube page, Belong by Game. Oh, and be sure to follow us on Twitter as well, at Belong by Game. I've been Chris Stealth, thanks for watching, and see you again next week.